So what's up, guys? South Park season 20, episode 10, the final episode of the season. Now, the reason why it took so long to do this review, I had to take like a lot of time to think about what I'm gonna say, how I'm gonna do it. After all, it is the last one, so decided to go all out. Now, episode title: "The End of Serialization as We Know It," and it starts off with the president sitting there with his stink face while the world is in chaos and he didn't know what to do. And there's a cyber attack incoming. No one knows where it's coming from. At that time, they didn't know, but they all thought it was Russia. and before I continue, this episode felt like a movie. I don't know if anyone else ever felt like that to anyone else, but to me, it felt like a movie. But either ways, we continue down and we see that Kyle is gathering all of his friends to help him basically troll to overload the servers to help his dad and to help Troll Trace go offline. So he basically calls up Jimmy, calls up Kenny, and Kenny finally gets a role in this episode. Finally. So he called up Jimmy to talk about crippled people was the worst thing you can say. He called up Token to talk about black people, the worst you can say. And Token tells him Beyonce is the Taylor Swift ripoff. And then we cut to Sheila in the pantry, and she is banging at this door, trying to get out. And she finally gets out, and it wasn't pretty. Then we cut to Gerald over at the Troll Trace, and they kept playing that song, "Never Gonna Give You Up." I don't know if anyone else thought that was funny, but it was like super funny that they kept it on repeat, and he almost gave up. So apparently, the Danish minister betrayed everyone and locked them all in the room with the rest of the trolls. And Gerald and the other trolls are basically communicating with one another to try and help overload the servers. Now, then we cut to Cartman Doze and the SpaceX, and Cartman basically goes on. I think it's all because of his own personal interests, but he basically goes on to explain to one of the SpaceX workers that think about it. What's the one thing that girls want that they don't have, that we have? and and Cartman says, we're funny and we have semen. Then Elon Musk said it was two. That's two things. So you go to Cartman, his horrendous stories of when he got to Mars, how all of a sudden he was happy for a while, and then he saw that Mars and the colony was only women, and then they had areas that he had, the women had special areas that he didn't know what it was, and then he went inside of it and he saw that they were milking they were milking men for their semen and their jokes, and they basically typing jokes and just had the guys tagged by their ears, and it was funny. It was funny and weird too. Pause for everything I just said. I had to say pause. It was weird because we haven't seen anything that weird since the aliens kidnapped them and was probing everybody. I haven't seen anything that weird. Then we go into Mr. Garrison, and one of his workers explained to him about the Trevor's axiom, telling him that that's the same algorithm that the trolls use in order to troll people. And Mr. Garrison gonna say, "Oh, sounds like the same algorithm we use to get me elected." Crazy shit right there. So, then we go into Sheila. Sheila finally gets out and she heads upstairs and catches Ike trolling on the internet. So she catches Ike trolling on the internet, and when Ike got busted, he screamed like a girl, and then he ran into Kyle room. Then they both got busted, and Sheila looked like she wasn't playing. She was not playing. And all of a sudden, Kyle just put on this zip line and grabbed Ike and just zipped out. Just zipped out. Totally forgot to mention that the president and Kyle was just communicating back and forth. After he zipped out, he found this closed down old computer rental place that they used to rent out to the public, but it was closed now. But the president basically called him then, and he was Mr. Garrison was basically saying that no matter what, we as the president of the United States, we have your back, Kyle. And Kyle thought it was weird, so he didn't know what to do, so he just said okay. And it's funny how he didn't serve a purpose to any of the real problems. Just this trolling thing. That's it. So Sheila leaves and goes to Craig mom's house to ask for the boys. And there, Craig mom is looking up on Troll Trace. So Troll Trace has officially leaked and everyone's history is out and South Park is in chaos. But some people haven't accessed it yet. So Sheila goes over there and she asks for her boys and they haven't seen them. And she sees Craig's mom crying, so she basically asks why. And then she goes, then Craig's mom basically tells Sheila's she went and searched her husband's history, and that's where she saw that he looked at porn over 4,000 times in 1 month. It's a lot of porn. So Sheila goes over and searches for her two kids, Ike and most likely Kyle, mainly Kyle. She didn't find anything. Then Craig mom goes and tells Sheila that, listen, it isn't the kids that we need to worry about. So she convinces Sheila to search up Gerald. And as soon as she gets over there to type in Gerald's name, Troll Trace went offline. But before it went offline, his list popped up, and that list wasn't stopping. It just kept going. And the scroll bar on the side just kept getting tinier and tinier and tinier. But it got offline before that. So the Danish Prime Minister goes and tries to stop Mr. Broflovski from overloading the servers. And they basically are in the middle of a bridge and they're trying to work things out in the server room. And he's basically saying if a person does something for a funny reason, no matter if it's bad, it's satire. But if someone does something for evil purpose and in the same way is nihilism. And JL just lost it and just used reverse psychology, got close to him, just pushed him off, and just said, "Fuck you, I'm funny." that was crazy. It was crazy because through this whole season, he kept trying to justify himself, even though he still falls under the label of doing bullshit. So we're going to Kyle, and Kyle's looking for Butters to get all of his hate that Butters has towards women to push it online to help and overload the servers. And and Cartman hears. And Cartman takes the phone from Butters, and Cartman basically tell Kyle that we have this massive energy source that we don't know what to do, that we're trying to use it to basically build a spaceship and get to Mars. They told this to the president too, and he was like, "Oh, that's dumb." Something this useful is that he says it's dumb, but we're talking about trolling, and it's just fine, right? So Cartman basically telling him about the massive energy source, and Kyle contacts the president so that the Pentagon can reroute all of their system towards the SpaceX, so that they can use it, in which they did to blow up the whole SpaceX station. And the Troll Trace explodes, and South Park seems to return back to normal. And here's the funny part, funniest thing. We cut to the president going into his Oval Office, and we see that there's a line of member berries. Don't know what the hell the member berries are doing there, but I'm gonna do a compilation videos of the purpose of the member berries. So definitely hit that subscribe button, like, and dislike if you didn't, but let me know why. And look forward to that. So the end of the episode comes, and the member bears are in the office, and then we cut to the aftermath of the whole Troll Trace. We see that they started a new internet. And the first person to send an email was this old guy from Boca Raton. Coincidentally, we live in Florida too, but not Boca Raton. So they basically go and interview him and ask him what was the first email that he sent. He said, "Oh, I sent the email to my old friend up there, and I sent him a picture of my dick, and then I called him a fag." Now, I know you guys probably not gonna understand that ending, but I think that it was meant to say the internet is the same old piece of shit. Even though it's new, it's the same old piece of shit. But this season was definitely good, definitely good. Like the most story-driven South Park season, I think so far. Like the last episode, it felt like a movie. Felt weird watching it. Felt like I was watching I think it was Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, the old South Park movie. But either ways, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the season. Um, and it's messed up how they finally acknowledged Kenny in this last episode. Um, what else? Trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Again, I'm gonna try to resolve that the purpose of the member berries. I know we're kind of left uh, out in the open about the purpose of the member berries and why all of a sudden they just disappeared. We didn't hear anything from them. Of course, they're gonna address this in the next season, and that's what I almost forgot to tell you guys. I remember when South Park used to be like 18 episodes. I think it was 21 at one time or 18, and then it went down to about 13 or 12, and now it's 10. Like there used to be a lot of episodes. Don't know why they started making them so much shorter. But I think that's about it that I have to say. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode, this season. Let me know what you guys think I should do a video on. And let me know what you think I should start reviewing. I got a free Wednesday now, so open for anything. I think I'm gonna start watching. What is it called? Rick and Morty. My cousin keeps telling me to check it out. I think I'm finally gonna check it out. But other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. If you did do it the whole season, hope I made you laugh. If I didn't, let me know in the comment section if I didn't make you laugh. Um, what else? I think that's about it. Really enjoyed this season. Hate for it to be the end. So yeah, just keep giving me South Park video ideas, and I'll try to elaborate on it more. But other than that, thanks for watching.